I feel like this is like the 50th video on Victor Wembanyama I've made so far this season, but it's completely necessary because the man has been showing us some unreal stuff for the entirety of the year that just makes myself and other NBA's fans' jaws completely drop. And I'm just really happy to see that this thing is actually working. Think about the amount of hype and pressure on this dude there was coming into this season. People were saying things like, if he isn't a top 3 player of all time, then his career is a disappointment. Or even just putting a microscope on every single thing that he does. Like during the Summer League, he started off with a bad game and people were so ready to write him off, which was the most ridiculous thing ever to me. But regardless of all of that pressure, he's come in this year, and I think he's been better than a lot of people could have predicted in his rookie season. He's averaging 20.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, and a league best 3.3 blocks per game. So the hardware he's going to take home after year one is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Not only is he going to end up making Rookie of the Year and All Rookie First Team, but you'd really have to give him a nod for All Defensive First Team and maybe even some noise for Defensive Player of the Year. Now, that last one is a bit up in the air given that the Spurs have been bad, and Defensive Player of the Year is traditionally an award for players on winning teams. But best believe if the Spurs were even playing tournament good, he'd be Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. And we also have to think about the fact that some of his best games his first year have come against some of the league's elite. For example, his career high was 38 points in a clutch battle against Kevin Durant and the Suns. And his second best game was 33 points head-to-head against Joel Embiid. Hell, a few months ago, he cooked the Timberwolves' top-ranked defense by putting up 29 points on 57% shooting and 42% shooting from downtown. So a really common theme throughout his rookie year is that he's consistently performed against the competition. When the lights were the brightest, when the matchups were the toughest, he completely elevated his game. And you really get this sense that a lot of the other superstars he's matched up against got that impression from him that he's the potential future face of the league. And on top of that, not enough people are talking about his passing and playmaking that he's showing off here. He's actually top 5 amongst rookies this season in assists per game at 3.3, and he's just thrown some unreal dimes throughout the year so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if by next year, and I'm being dead serious, we see him run more and more reps as a point guard. So he's been ridiculously good and more than a treat to watch this season, and half the excitement in watching him is constantly wondering what this could look like 5 years from now. And have we seen a rookie that recently where it seems like other NBA stars are so in awe after playing against him? I don't think so. And I also wanted to throw this out there. Even if he wasn't this impressive and came in his first season and put up, let's say, like 15 points and 9 rebounds on not so great shooting splits, NBA social media would kill him and call him a disappointment and everything short of something good. But I think that while he's playing super well, obviously, and exceeding expectations, your rookie year is not the best judgment of what type of player you can end up being. Point blank, period. While Wemby is very privileged to be able to hoop at such a high level in year one, let's say in a parallel universe, he struggles in his first year. So what? So I think as fans, we need to end this notion that in your first and even second and maybe even third year, you need to prove yourself as the next big thing. Let's look at our most recent NBA champions. Steph, Giannis, Joker, guys like that took years to mold themselves into superstar level players. So for other guys who were in Wemby's draft class that have been kind of quiet this year, like Scoot or like Taylor Hendricks and even Jarris Walker, be patient in their process of becoming star level players. Because while Wemby is playing this well in year one, let's not use this to create a theme where year in and year out, we expect the number one overall picks to be this impressive every single time in their first season. Because while this is all great, we still have to trust the development process of young players. So just wanted to quickly throw that out there. But back to Wemby, if this is what we're getting from him in just his first year, then 5 years from now, I can't wait to see what type of player he ends up becoming. And with the idea that the Spurs can partner him with another lottery pick this coming summer and maybe an all-star player down the road, a playoff appearance doesn't seem too far out for San Antonio.